You just said again.
Yeah.
Section 5.2, ways to prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Yesterday we were told that a shape is a parallelogram, and from that information we were able to deduce, fancy words, hear me, other pieces of information about it. Opposite sides were congruent. Opposite angles were congruent.
Wait, isn't this what we did yesterday just backwards?
Yes.
And some.
Wait, so this is basically inductive? We're just gonna have bits and we have to...
No, we're still deducing.
Sam, you need to go get that thing off the ceiling.
Okay. The first thing is, this is our first theorem. If you are given a four-sided figure and you do not know that it's a parallelogram, but you do know that both pairs of opposite sides are congruent,
I definitely wrote down what you said.
no, just write what's on the board. Then it is a parallelogram. Look.
Wait.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So if you know this information, then you know you are dealing with a parallelogram, which leads you to other information. Okay? Parallelogram.
So now we're gonna say opposite angles.
What's an opposite?
If you have a four-sided figure, and you are not told that it's a parallelogram, but you are told that one pair of opposite sides is both congruent and parallel. One pair is congruent and parallel. Take a guess.
Then they are.
It's a parallel.
It's a parallelogram.
Oh.
Which means that all the other characteristics are also true.
What if both pairs of opposite sides are congruent to each
It's
other?
not a parallelogram.
That's what we just said in the last one. It's a parallelogram. All right? You have a four-sided figure. You are not told that it's a parallelogram, but you are told that both pairs of opposite angles are congruent. Well, you know that it's a parallelogram. Ooh.
What'd you do? What time do they expect to have the voting?
Oh, it's going to be open until like 9 o'clock
I mean,
tonight.
what time do they expect to have the voting results?
In the morning. Like, seriously. Okay. You have a four-sided figure. You don't know that it's a parallelogram, but you do know that the diagonals bisect each other. Well, then you can conclude. Yeah, that came out funny. I can conclude that it's a parallelogram.
What? Word for word. Can I stick
not
my
sure.
order form in your box?
Okay, that's it. Now, put your pencils down and pay attention to the board. based on what we just said,
Nobody yell it out.
and based on the pictures that we are going to be looking at, you are going to determine whether the shape is a parallelogram. If it is, I want the reason. Okay? Raise your hands. I want more than just yes or no. If there is a yes, I also want the reason. So don't raise your hand if you don't know the reason. Do not shout. Will.
Yes.
Why?
Opposite sides are.
Both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. Very good.
Got it. One side is congruent and parallel.
Very good. Yes, this is a parallelogram because one pair of opposite sides is both congruent and parallel. Jacob.
Because the diagonals bisect each
Yes.
other?
This cannot be proved to be a
Yeah, I didn't think
parallelogram because it's not the diagonals. Both pairs of diagonals are not labeled. We have one pair of opposite sides congruent and one diagonal being bisected. Whoop-de-doo. Okay? That's not what we need to prove that it's a parallelogram. Patrick,
Yes,
why?
the diagonals bisect each
Because the diagonals bisect each other.
No.
Josh,
Yes.
It is yes because no, it's no because both of the opposite angles aren't congruent.
very good. We don't know that the other pair of opposite angles are congruent to each other. So no, we do not have enough information to prove that this is a parallelogram.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yes, we can. Sam, think it through and tell me why.
180.
Because
Chris, you're not Sam.
360.
because
I'll kill you.
you can use the same.
Kill you first.
Scott?
Both of the consecutive angles are supplementary. So AB 110 plus AB is 180. So on the bottom it's 370 plus 110.
Because supplements
you
of
do that
congruent
without
angles
saying
are
something.
congruent. Supplements of congruent angles are congruent.
Okay.
I have a question. Before we get too far.
Congruent angles.
When it was just 70 and 70, couldn't you deduce that it is parallel?
No.
Because
No,
you can,
But it's a straight
No.
line.
you could not.
why not?
Because it doesn't prove it's a straight
Because
line.
it's not enough information according to the theorems that we have. Okay?
But
According to the theorems that we have.
Okay, now listen.
It could be tipped like 1 degree.
Listen. Y'all remember that formula n minus 2 times 180? To find the measure of the interior angles of a polygon? What's the measure of the interior angles of a four-sided figure?
360.
360. So because I know that all four of these have to add up to 360, I know that this is 110. And since I know that that's 110, then now I know that both pairs of opposite angles are congruent.
Did you
Okay.
say the
So yes, it was good that you knew that this was supplementary to this. But unless we know for sure that all of these have to add up to 360, this could have been something else. Okay?
no.
Josh says no, I say yes.
I say yes.
Booyah, baby.
Can someone tell me why yes? Will,
Because the definition of perpendicular lines and those are
you close.
Wait,
Patrick?
because those two lines, the opposite angles point to it's congruent.
Okay. What do same side interior angles formed by parallel lines do?
Perpendicular.
They're supplementary, aren't they? Which means that these angles also have to be 90 degrees. Now, are both pairs of opposite angles congruent to each other?
Yes, ma'am.
See,
Yes, they are. So that is a parallelogram.
So you could have done that on the other ones.
No,
Yeah. With the 70 and 70, why couldn't you do that? Something like that.
because we don't know that the lines are parallel.
They don't have to be
You
parallel.
know that it's a straight line, so you know it'll be supplementary.
No, you don't know that. You don't know that.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Okay,
Wait. How can the two things
yes,
be
because the two triangles are congruent by the HL,
how do you know that's a right triangle?
because it doesn't say so.
We don't know that that's a right
Well,
triangle.
but there's no angle side to side.
Right.
It's the opposite angles.
So we don't